Are you worried about the United States in the year 2025? Hear from a man in 2048. His name is Stephen Kelly, and he has a warning for you.
So this is part 2 of the best Friday night of my life. And you're going to find out why. This night changes my whole life. Yanking the Heavy, painted over red door, allows many things to escape. A cloud of tobacco smoke with a hint of marijuana, laughter, and overly loud bass-pumping old-ass techno music. All the red door invitations. The floors are dark stained, varnished wood, with a matching wooden bar on the left. People rarely sit at the bar, leaning against it, talking to mom and pop. Retired Chicago school teachers not ready for idle time. Ancient black frame newspaper articles blanket every inch of the dark stained wood walls, being the first thing to catch a newcomer's eyes. First editions, Our First Mission to Mars, The Demise of the Newspapers, etc. The men are in tailored suits while the women wear elaborate dinner dresses, and they all dangle every piece of jewelry they own. Shit, I totally forgot Fridays are prom night. I glanced down, noticing how woefully underdressed I am in a dark blue dress shirt with black slacks. Any other day of the week, I'd be overdressed. Most days, everyone wears their rusty, blood-stained coveralls while sitting at the bar. All these drivers spend big bucks to look good on Fridays. I never got into all that because I'm always thinking about money for Pepper's college fund. But I don't fault these guys for dropping cash one day a week to look good. Friday's the only day they can feel normal, not covered with other people's blood. Wiggling my way through the well-dressed crowd of friendly faces and hanging smoke, I've seen everyone in here at some time or another parked on some off-ramp. Everyone continues to pound endless drinks. Most will be on shift once they leave here, stumbling to their meat wagons. Once in their vans, they'll press their magic autopilot button, shuttling them to their favorite off-ramp, ready for work. Of course, they'll have to strip out of those nice clothes into workday coveralls. No one can afford to go home and nurse a hangover tonight. Friday is the best day of the week to make quota because of the many drunk drivers who forget they have autopilots. I'd be doing the same thing tonight if I already hadn't made my quota. Trevor and Eddie wave over the well-dressed crowd from the far end of the bar. They have gorgeous girlfriends, leaving me as the third wheel again. Trevor waves, getting Pop's attention from behind the bar. I need a rum and sunshine for my friend Steven. Pop nods and pours a drink of rum and sunshine cola, ignoring two others ready to pay with phones in hand. This ain't your friend, Eddie. It's Steven, Pop says, placing a brimming pint glass of brown liquid in front of me, waving away Eddie's phone. He's the drunk son I never had, Pop grins. Trevor and Eddie stare at my clothes, shaking their heads and pointing toward each other's tailored suits. I try not to stare at the gorgeous girlfriends in glittery dinner dresses. Yeah, so shoot me. I forgot it's prom night, okay? Trevor loosens his tie, pulling a noose over his head, handing it to me. Put this on, buddy. You're gonna need it. Holding a tie in front of my shirt, I examine its mixtures of blues with black, which happens to match my shirt perfectly. Why do I need this tie? I force the tie noose over my head and Trevor straightens my collar. Trust me, put it on, stud. Then he tries to straighten my knot until I slap his hand away. They stand back, nodding like approving parents. Fine. Can I start drinking now? I reach my drink resting on the bar, and they grin. Taking my first swallow, I feel fire leading to my stomach. I get Pop the thumbs up, and he nods from the other end of the bar. Pop cranks the bass louder, doing his best old man dance. Holy shit, Pop, that's loud, Trevor yells as Pop flips him off. Eddie nudges Trevor, pointing towards a gorgeous olive-skinned goddess near the entrance, with black hair down to her waist. She's wearing a glimmering red cocktail dress. This girl works out and has muscles. Damn. I'm like 6 feet and she's nearly my height in those heels. Eddie grins. I told you she'd show. Should we really set Steven up with Lisa? He's a chopper like us, Trevor says. They laugh their asses off, noticing I haven't broken my laser beam stare on Lisa. I think our little Stevie looks happy, don't you? Eddie asks, waving Lisa over. All male eyes turn, locking on Lisa until the girlfriends catch them glaring. Trevor and Eddie's dates eyeball Lisa's little red dress. She's not shy about its lack of material, seeming proud of her muscular build. Lisa smiles at me. A donkey is kick-starting my heart. This Friday's already the best I can remember. We shake hands. My name's Steven, and you're Lisa, right? She nods. Eddie and Trevor wink at each other, coasting their glasses. Let me get you a drink. What would you like? I ask. I'll have what you're having. I eagerly wave over to Pop. His eyes glow when he sees Lisa next to me. I point 2 fingers at my glass and Pop nods, ignoring everyone else, making up my 2 drinks and bringing them over. I hand one to Lisa, who takes a huge swallow, smiling. Are you trying to get me drunk, Steven? Eddie pushes between us. Yes, he is. And then it'll be time for you to take him home for the sexy sex. This is one lonely guy, Lisa. What an asshole. Why is he trying to fuck this up for me? She smiles at my flushed embarrassment. Well, he's going to be broke before he gets laid because these drinks are weaker than shit, she says. You better let me buy the next round. Trevor leans into my ear. You can thank us later, Stevie boy. Eddie punches Trevor in the arm. Ow. Oh yeah, we've got dinner reservations, Steven, Trevor says. We're going to leave you 2 lovebirds alone, Eddie says, winking at Lisa, then at me. The couples weave toward a door as Eddie waves back with a thumbs up. How do you know those guys? I ask, shaking my head. We all work the same off-ramp. You're the first woman I've ever met that does reclamation. Yeah, it's okay. It pays the bills, Lisa says, slamming the rest of her drink and waving to Pop for 2 more. I immediately swallow the rest of mine just to keep up. The drinks continue to flow, and the conversation gets better. The music numbs my ears while the rum spins. I might get lucky tonight. Shit, I don't have any condoms with me. I now remember I haven't had sex in a long time because my preparation skills are very low. You want to wrap up your tab, Steven? Pop asks. Looking around, I see a few stragglers left in the whole damn bar. Shit, I must have had a great time because we're closing the place down. Pop, here's my card. Can you call me an auto cab? I say, placing the credit card on the bar. I thought we were having a good time. You want to run home already? Lisa asks. Sorry, I was married for a long time. I've forgotten how single people act. Lisa presses her body against mine. She definitely has muscles, but is soft in all the right places. I'll give you a ride home, she says. Pop grins, sliding a credit card in my direction. I didn't bother calling you an autocap, Steven, because I knew you would need it. Pop winks at both of us, catching me blush. I reach for the credit card. All right, Mom and Pop got to get their rest. That means it's closing time, Pop says, flashing the ceiling lights. Us stragglers stumble out of the red door, carrying out the last cloud of smoke. I offer my thin coat to Lisa, and she waves it away, holding up her phone to remotely start her blue van, parked in an overflow lot across the street. Its headlights flip on, and it pulls out onto the street. Whipping a U-turn, the van ends up against the curb in front of us. We hop in, and she hits a few buttons on her dash screen, cranking up the heat. What's your address? She asks, turning on her autopilot. 6699 North Clark Street. She keys it in on her dash screen, and the van pulls out onto the street. Thank God for autopilot because I am so shit-faced, she says. Could we stop at a Turtle Quick Stop? Are you feeling okay? She asks, pointing towards the first aid kit behind her seat. I've got plenty of stuff in there. Yeah, I feel okay. Oh, that's not going to happen tonight, she smiles. Oh, I say, staring out my window at passing glass and steel skyscrapers. Feeling a hand on my leg, I turn toward her. Lips press hard on mine. It's a long, deep kiss. It's my time to thank God for autopilot. She pulls her lips back. I like you, but don't let the clothes fool you. I work out a lot, so I think I've earned a right to show it off, she says, slowly leaning back into her seat. You can't blame a guy for trying, I say, and she laughs. You are a guy, and you did try. But my babysitter's going to call soon if I don't get home. How many kids do you have? I have twin boys, and they're both 9. I have a 15-year-old daughter. I always wanted a daughter, she says. Well, I've always wanted a son, I reply. I'd trade, but I love my kids too much. Same here. Lisa's van is already in front of my building, so I still must be reeling from that lip lock. She glances around. Isn't your company near here? Yeah, it's convenient, and I like walking to work. We trade smiles. Can I call you? I ask. Eddie gave me your number, so I'll call you. Sure, that's cool, I say, opening a door and stepping onto the sidewalk. The door closes automatically, and I watch her van speed away. It doesn't sound like a V10 like our company vans. It must be a V8. Its taillights disappear into the night, and I'm still standing on the sidewalk, shivering in this thin coat. I hope she calls.
This is the end of the transmission.